beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you, and I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. And since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor? What have you guys been up to recently? Frankly, I've been up to... Oh. Someone's at the door. Let's go see who it is. Oh my god, it's Joao. Hey Joao, what's up?
Hi, Mr. Jeffrey. Are you busy?
No, it's just about to like...
Well, that's great. I have an English paper that I need to write about. I was wondering if you could check over it.
Yeah, no problem. Let's go take a look. So, Joao, I really like this paper, but how do you know whether or not everything's true?
Well, why wouldn't it be true? I got it from the internet.
You know, not everything you read or watch on the internet is true, right?
Well, why wouldn't it be? You think people go on the internet and tell lies?
Yeah, people lie all the time. And it doesn't have to be like a negative, evil, mean lie, but people do lie. And like, it doesn't even have to be a bad thing. For example, my mom. When I'm working on this show, Mr. Jeffrey's Neighborhood, I'll be really proud of the work I've done. And I'll go and I'll show my mom and I'll ask her what she thinks. And she might say,
"Yeah, Austin, that looks great."
This would be an example of a lie. But sometimes people will lie to you for much more nefarious reasons. In our modern media-oriented world, there are two identified ways that people can and will lie to you. Number one is misinformation. And this is information that, while shared to not cause harm, is wrong information nonetheless. The other kind of information pollution would be called disinformation. And this is information that is created and shared with the explicit purpose to cause harm. And that's why it's really important to understand whether or not something is true or false. And there's certain ways, there's certain steps that you can do to figure that out. One way to identify these falsehoods would be to practice the idea of lateral reading. Let's say I'm here at the personal Jeff Studios, Mr. Jeffrey's Neighborhood computer, and I'm reading this article, and maybe I'll find something that like doesn't sound right. So I'll scroll up and I'll look at the author and I'll see what he's written. This is the lateral part of the lateral reading, is opening up these new tabs. Maybe I'll find something in here that I want to confirm or double check on. I'll do that and I'll Google it, and I'll Google that specific fact, and I'll see what other articles have to say. And one of the last things you want to do once you've gone back and you've read this article is you want to see, are there any sources listed? Is there anything that ensures that what you're reading at the end of the day is credible? You might be asking yourself, what exactly is a credible source? And that's any source that comes from an unbiased, well-read, and ideally unsponsored author. So the problem with a sponsored author is they could be saying things that are more the opinion of the company or the organization as opposed to untainted, bona fide truth. And now, let's get back to Joao.
So what you're saying is that I shouldn't be blindly reading everything on the internet.
Yeah.
And another question, why are you looking off into the distance? It's just you and me in here, but you're acting like as if there's an audience, or like you're looking into a camera.
Joao, I think it's about time that you leave. Well, hopefully we'll see him another time, but let's get back to the couch. You know, it's such a good feeling when you learn all of these important real-world skills, especially when they'll help you academically and professionally here in the modern world. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling when you're growing inside and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new and I'll have more ideas for you and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. You know, it's really great having you come out here, neighbor, because you are just so special to me. Because there's one person in the whole wide world that's just like you, and that's you. The way you talk, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you love. That's what matters to me. That's what matters to your peers. That's what matters to your family. And we all love you for that. See you soon. Bye.